We're going to have some awesome panelists come up, and it would be definitely beneficial for you guys to do some networking with them. You know, don't just listen to what they have to say, but be sure to talk to them when they get off stage. All right, y'all. Once again, thank you all so much for coming out. My name is Janelle Walker. I'm your MC/host of the evening. So we're going to have a good time. We're going to kick this thing off with an all-star panelist group right here. So the crazy thing is, you could see these people out at a show and just think they're just anybody walking around like, oh, okay, cool, whatever. But you have no idea what they do and how much of an impact they make on the industry. So let's get this thing started. First, we got...
Thank you.
Hey, thank you. Thank you. First, we got H-Town Rap Battle founder Doughbeezy. Doughbeezy. Yeah, throw it up. Y'all make some noise. Then we have artist management consultant F.A. The Plug. What's up? Y'all show some love. We got the CEO of the starting lineup, Miss Eden, in the house. What's up, girl? We got the CEO of Loud Music, Derrick McKinney. Yes, and for those of you who don't know what Loud Music stands for, it stands for Living Out Your Dreams. Yeah, that part. All right, and last but certainly not least, we have a lifestyle influencer for Epic Records, Yeti. What's up? Y'all show him some love. So I'm going to go ahead and give Eden the microphone back, but if you guys have any questions for these awesome panelists, please feel free to speak up. Don't be shy.
Hey, that was a great intro.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
All right, so whoa. This is the BH100 Influencers panel. I appreciate each one of you for taking time out of your day, your busy schedule, to come and do this. I know some of y'all just came from out of town and driving a whole lot of miles. Y'all got studio time. Y'all got a lot of stuff. So BH100 Broadcast Houston, we really appreciate each one of y'all. This is a very informal panel. I don't know if you all have seen any of the ones we've done before, but we just want to get some insight. We want to pick y'all's brain and, you know what I'm saying, just let y'all take it. So starting to my left, Janelle did give a great introduction, but if you can briefly let us know a little bit of something that she did not tell us about yourself real quick, starting with my left.
Well, shit.
No, that's good.
So we can curse now. We can curse. He broke the ice. We can curse.
So, yes, I fell on the sword for everybody. We can cuss. So, like I said, my name is Derrick McKinney. I have a record company called Loud Music. Loud is an acronym for Live Out Your Dreams. Our focus is developing and creating next level artists. You know, we don't want to be carbon copies of anybody. We want everything we do, we want it to be different. We also have a management side to it. We have a couple of artists on our management side. Anything from digital marketing, branding, our streaming, social media, touring, international touring. We just got back from the Netherlands. Before that, we did England, and before that, we did Japan. So we just kind of work as a unit, man, work as a team. So anything across the landscape of music, fashion, or film, we got our hands in some capacity.
Are you still looking for artists and athletes? Scouting?
Athletes, yes. Artists, no.
Okay, that's dope. So y'all make sure y'all network with them if y'all, you know what I'm saying, doing it. Who do we have next? To the right. Really needs no introduction.
Oh, thank y'all, man. Y'all so nice in here. Thank y'all, man. I don't know, man. I feel like I put everything out there. I'm a musician, but I'm also, you know, owner of my company, Hair Records Worldwide, and the creator of H-Town Rap Battle. I think pretty much my strength outside of making music is like marketing and just coming up with dope different ways to try to put on for the city. Like, I think one of the biggest things that I pride myself on is being somebody that try to bring the city together, the unity. Like, it's a lot of talk about how Houston don't support each other and that type of stuff. I'm the guy that's trying to direct the energy on trying to find a solution versus looking at the problem. So for me, I think if I have to say something that people don't know, I think it's just me trying to go out my way to be the glue, to be, you know, a glue for the puzzle of the city and put it all together.
Hey, you're doing a good job. Very good job.
Appreciate it, man.
H-Town Rap Battle really did it.
Yes, sir.
I don't know how much you want to name drop. I'm a name drop for you if you don't. Go ahead, F.A.
Hey, what's going on? I go by F.A. The Plug. I actually manage artist Dice Soho, and I do a lot of management work for Lil Flip too. So really, I'm just known to like connect a lot of dots around the city, and I'm always just trying to put stuff together, help artists and stuff like that, always behind the scenes.
Okay, that's the last two, you know what I'm saying? Connecting artists. Yeti.
What's good, fam? I appreciate you having me, man. We've been doing this for a long time, and I thank you every time that you bring me out. But I'm the Legendary Yeti, for those who don't know, and I do marketing in Houston for Epic Records. So I represent artists like Future, 21 Savage, Rick Ross, Travis Scott. Some of the newer and up-and-coming artists are like Zoe Dollars. Right now I've been working with Flip De Niro, A-Child, Pontiac DDG is an artist that I'm excited about. But so what that looks like, I influence the nightlife, if you will. I go to different venues and network with DJs and network with people on radio, and just try to figure out where the artists will be the most successful and in what markets they're the best received. So that's the bulk of my job. I also do like meet and greets and mixers, and then I invite people out. So if y'all interested and y'all feel like y'all could also influence the market, then we could link.
Hey, it goes without saying, y'all need to network with all of our panelists. Last but not least, the lady of the panel. We always try to keep one female on the panel because ladies got something to say. Eden.
Hello, I am Miss Eden James, CEO of The Starting Lineup. I also do the operational management for Go DJs Global. In the city, I do a little bit of everything, or a lot of everything, from event planning, production, and management, to media, PR, and publicity, as well as business consultations and management as well. So I'm kind of like the liaison between corporate, politics, entertainment, and faith-based organizations as well. So kind of a little bit widespread. And then
I didn't even know that. Faith-based organizations. Okay,
Yep.
That's dope. That's dope. I'm going to take a word you just said. This is open panel, so y'all can talk amongst each other and everything. Politics.
Yes.
Music, entertainment, politics. Who wants to talk about politics, how it plays a role? Is it needed? Is it not needed? I see Doughbeezy smiling. I'm pretty sure you done been on big tracks with a lot of different people. Politics. Let's talk about it. Keep it real. You sure?
Make me one of them, whatever that is. Nah,
No, we got birthday beads. So we're gonna do a birthday shot for him for us all said and done.
yeah, we
But go
gotta
ahead.
do that for shit show. But politics. What's the question? Is it needed or what? What's the question?
What do you feel about politics and entertainment? It's an open discussion.
I mean, I feel like it's there. You got to deal with it and play the cards that you dealt. Versus getting mad at it and throwing rocks at the politics. You just got to realize how to play the card that you was dealt, and at the same time, don't lose yourself in doing that. Playing politics, I feel like, don't mean that you got to kiss ass or I don't want to say, and in our terms,
No, we keep
say
it real.
suck.
This is
You
BH100.
don't have to kiss ass or suck dick to try to
Literally.
get on as far as with politics.
Literally.
You can do that, but I feel like there's a way that you can play the politic game to where it can work in your favor and still be true to yourself. But that's my opinion,
FA, you got something to say? Politics.
Man, politics, like Doughbeezy said, I mean, it's important, but at the same time, it's not about kissing ass and stuff. It's just all about, meeting different people and stuff. But I feel like politics, it doesn't go nowhere. Yeah.
It's not going nowhere. Do y'all agree with that? Other panelists?
So here's the thing that I feel like with politics. It's a necessary evil because sometimes you just got to have barriers in place to keep people out your way. But you just can't be a hoe about the politics. And I feel like certain people get in position and then they turn it to, they have this alter ego where they feel like they shit don't stink or they're a gatekeeper. And I feel like we're in Houston, unfortunately, the fourth largest city in the country. We don't have a gatekeeper. There's nobody here that can flip the switch and do anything for you, really. And honestly, that person does not live here. Regardless of what title, who they are, what they say, what they do, they can't flip the switch because if they could, you probably wouldn't be able to get next to them. Hence, a gatekeeper. So it's a lot of politics here. You gotta play them. Ain't no way around them because you can't. Not one of us in this room is going to eliminate 50 years of politics that's been going on. It's like asking Obama to fix what Bush and Clinton and Reagan did.
Yeah.
He couldn't do it in 4 years. It's not possible. So one of the things I can only speak for myself since this is on video. I'm only speaking for myself.
Speak your truth.
I literally say to hell with everybody. It's by design. I don't network with a lot of people. I network with the right people.
I appreciate you coming.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, it's a lot of bullshit. And Bradley asked me, was I gonna get in the shallow end or get in deep water? I guess it's deep water. Case in point, H-Town rap battle.
Let's go.
There's no reason why every station in the city shouldn't be fucking with it. Point blank, period. We don't have it. It's no reason why the winner of his H-Town rap battle shouldn't be featured on both radio stations. It just shouldn't. That should be the norm in the fourth largest city. So it's a lot of inferiority complexes where people get in position and they're scared. Like, you don't have to lose in order for me to win. Right. We can all win, and I think that's the political climate we're in Houston, so to speak. Is we feel like everybody in this room has to lose in order for me to win, and that's just not the case. If that was the case, nobody in Atlanta would be popping. If y'all people don't mention Chicago, but Chicago had Dej Loaf, Dreezy, Derrick, Chance the Rapper. They've had a few mega stars slip through the game. Then, of course, you have other markets, LA, New York, and other markets. But for some reason, we can't seem to get over that hump. And that hump is the politics in this city.
Okay. Yeti, you hadn't said anything yet. You see it from a Epic Records level. What do you see up there?
I feel like it's the same on all levels, and definitely what Derrick said is structure. And even what Doughbeezy said, it's also about learning the rules to the game. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's the only reason why I can respect it being in place, because the game definitely needs rules. You know what I'm saying? We need some type of structure. We need some things to follow. And then also, if you study the game, you could also find the paths that you should take. So if you're a student of the game, you'll figure it out. The music industry is all about the entrepreneurial spirit, the popular people, the people who are really living out what they say. Those people will always win. And so if you follow that structure, I think you'll be all right.
Study the game. Entertainers, we have a lot of entertainers in here. How much of it is the artist's goal and burden to study the game? Should they just look for management and PR and let them do the work? Or how much of that burden should they bear?
Definitely not do that right off the top, because as anyone who knows in the entertainment industry, there's no immediate ROI, which is the return on any type of investment. So knowing that there's no immediate ROI, you want to keep your overhead as low as possible, even if that means managing yourself, branding yourself, and going about and figuring out how to do PR. And I say this, I am my own prototype. So what I have done.
It's your own prototype.
No, yeah, literally. I mean, the things with me in entertainment is I'm not from Houston at all. When I moved to Houston, I was straight mom mode, was working as a program manager for Cypher ISD, like totally out of the game, until my girl in Atlanta with Blue Collar Records, which is Bobby Valentino's independent label, called me and he's like, hey, I need you to manage me. So from then on, I literally, and let me just say this as a preface, Houston is a very cliquish town, but what I did notice, me coming from LA, coming in, like, unless people in Houston really see you hustle, like, they're not going to be like, hey, yeah, here you go, here's my Rolodex.
That's something you can't take away.
Exactly, like, you actually have to put in the work. Versus in California, you can be like, oh, I need this contact, or I need that. They're like, sure, here you go. Houston, from what I've noticed, now granted, yes, there is like the political part where they're like, we just don't want you in it. But me being a female in a male-dominated industry in the fourth largest city and a well-respected woman here in the city of Houston to not be from here, I grinded my butt off, working 2 jobs in the very beginning and hitting 4 different spots, 3 different strip clubs every night or every other night for about 1.5 years straight. Not asking for any favors. And I think that's one thing that a lot of artists, talents, actors, people just in general get messed up in. They're like, okay, well, let me meet Derrick McKinney and then, or Yeti, or any of us out here, and they'll, after a week or 2, hey, I have this. Do you think maybe you can do this for me? And at the end of the day, it's like, why would I do this for you? Like, who are you?
Okay, what do y'all have to say about that as far as people asking for favors too soon? Or do they need to kind of massage you or kind of treat you like a female? Hey,
don't do none of that to me, player. I'm gonna peep that a mile away. I'm real observant, and once you've been doing it for so long, it's no way that you can approach it. It's either gonna be genuine or not. I think for me, man, people be like, man, what advice do you get an artist or to anybody? Man, I don't care if you're an artist, football player, whatever. I've always felt like the number one thing is relationships. Build relationships.
Yes.
and like make it organic. Like you don't have to massage somebody's shoulders, give the DJ a drink. Like, you know, I know you ain't mean that literal. I'm just saying you don't.
But no.
you don't
How
have
do
to-
you do that? Because I mean, I've heard of a lot of panels. I've been to a lot of, how do you approach? You know what I'm saying? Because relationship.
First off, let's just say another artist, or if I've never met this man, he say he managed artists, anything like that. First, I will introduce myself, make sure that my presence is felt, so that when he leave, if he see me again, he gonna remember. Even if he don't remember my name, he gonna remember. Man, I remember seeing. Oh boy, you got to make sure your presence is felt and make it real quick, cause don't nobody like sitting there talking for 10 minutes like a nigga. Like me, I'm personal. I sit there and talk to you for 20 minutes if I don't know you or not. But everybody not like me. Everybody say I'm too friendly to begin with, but majority of people gonna be like, yeah. Then after a while, they ain't gonna be able to fake that for too long. They gonna be like, all right, well, you know what I'm saying? So make your presence felt in a short amount of time. And then, like I was saying, if I'm giving an example of him, he say he managed artists, so I'm gonna follow him on Instagram. Next thing you know, his artist may have a mixer or event. I'm gonna pull up and support. You feel what I'm saying? If it costs $5 to get in, I'm gonna pay to get in. You know what I'm saying? And
I
he gonna
think I
see
heard
me
that,
again.
before
you
the-
feel what I'm saying?
yeah.
And that's how I feel like that's how you organically build relationships. Like just support what the other person got going on.
you go.
And then after the second or third time, a nigga handshake's gonna turn to what's up, bro, and giving a hug and all that shit, you know, all that type of shit. All that's gonna come with it, you know what I'm saying? But you gotta build that. You can't make nothing fake about it. Don't buy a nigga a drink and do none of that shit that you would do to, as you would say, a female. But
Yeah.
you
All
know,
right.
just make it organic.
Another one of my panelists. What you got something to add?
So, no, go ahead.
It just gotta be organic, like he said, genuine, and don't rush it. You know, that's my thing. Like, just don't rush it. It gotta be organic. You know, on both parties. So.
Yeah. Okay.
What for me is two things. Like, I'm a student of the game. Like, I read everything. I buy every book. I'm on every website, and I'm studying. I want to know who's who.
Yeah.
For example, the young lady Lizzo who performed on the BET Awards.
Of course.
And they was like, "Hey, who is she? What is she?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, she was from Minnesota. She moved to Houston. Then by 2000, well, I'm sorry, she was from Detroit. Then she moved to Houston. Then she left Houston in 2011. Went to Detroit. My wife was like, "How you know?" I was like, "Because I need
Study
to know
the game.
who's who."
Yeah.
They introduced me to a young lady that's here tonight. When I saw her, I was like, "Wait a minute, I recognize you. You performed at the Texas Black Expo. You opened the show." She asked me about her show. I gave her some things that I remember that I thought like I studied the game.
So you're saying, I mean, you as a record label scouting talent, but you say artists should do the same thing.
There's no reason why they shouldn't.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like how artists are so unaware of the industry, it makes no sense.
Correct.
So I think artists need to, again, I just told her about a book. It's called All You Need to Know About the Music Business. Start there. Read that book. It's the Bible. I've bought 6 copies of it. Like, you know, it's artists lack professionalism because it's a business. It's the music business. I'm not the homeboy. I'm not the big bro. I'm not the let's fuck around. I fuck with the music. Let's work. I'm none of those.
Yeah.
You know, that's just, I love the business of it.
Let's
I
talk
love the
about business. Look, like, okay, sending emails, spelling things properly. Like, give us some tidbits that how do you know an artist is about their business and been studying their game? Anybody?
I feel like, first of all, everybody's been giving some great answers. It's hard to even interject.
Hey, this panel. That's my
For real,
starting
for
five.
real.
That's my starting five. Hey.
But now, like what Doe said, what Eden said, what Derrick said, and I really feel like even with this panel, I think everybody can speak truth because we all got some sort of experience. You know what I'm saying? Like what Derrick said, I know he's a student of the game because I literally seen him post the books when he bought them, then saw him read them all, and then I saw the results of that. And like even myself, I studied at Sam Houston State University. I studied mass communications, broadcast production. Then the same day that I moved back to Houston from Huntsville, I enrolled at the Art Institute of Houston where I studied audio production. I focused on music business. So you really have to be a student of the game, and you really have to know. You got to have some goals. That's what I tell artists. So when we start off talking about business, we got to start off talking about goals, and we got to start off talking about realistic goals. And then like Eden said earlier, you have to know about positions and know your strengths, also know your weaknesses, so you can know what roles you need to put around you to fill those positions so you can attain those goals. And that's really all the music industry is. Like when you get on a label's level, the difference between a label and an independent artist is they have roughly 200 people that are staff that already are in those positions who can push the music in some type of way. And that's, in my opinion, that's why it's called a machine, because they got so many people, they got so much wealth, and they have so much lineage that they can make it happen in a second. But it's 2019, the game is different. Everybody's on an even playing field when it comes to digital marketing. Exactly. Okay. So if you're not really a force in digital marketing, then you can easily get slept on. You can have the skill, but get slept on because
yeah, we only got 10 minutes. So much information. I want to two questions. One is, when do you know you're ready for PR or getting paid for shows? Paying for shows, paying for features, spending that money. How can you use or allocate your money the best as an independent artist?
I want to kind of add on to what Derrick said and tie it into this question you just asked. But in a nutshell, one, consistency is everything. Two, being an artist is not just coming out with a song and saying, hey, I'm ready. I need a manager. I need a publicist. Let me do this. I have so many clients that have tried to work with me, or, I sat down, had a consult, and I'm like, you need artist development. Let's start with that first. Because it's not just, reality, music is just 10%, 5 to 10%. What is going to make you stand out? If you're in a room in a lineup of 10 other artists who are amazing talents, what's going to make you jump up and stand out? Realistically, honestly.
Everybody thinks they're the hottest, right?
Everyone, and you should. And you should. But at the end of the day, if I'm an investor, and I'm sure Derrick and everyone else here on the panel can agree, when we talk to people and we see them, we're like, okay, great, you have great music. That doesn't matter. Next, let me check your IG. Do you promote yourself? How are you branding yourself? What events are you doing? What are you doing to increase your value as an asset?
Let's talk about that time and money, and how do you allocate that time and money in the best way? 2019, do you pay for shows? Do you pay for features? Do you do free stuff everywhere? Get on everybody's record?
All of the above.
All of the above.
Give me some more. Give me some more.
You
gotta
can't
do it all. Like, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
And you have to do it all. You can't pick and choose what you want to do.
Right.
And when you're grinding and you're in the beginning, yes, I paid for my artist to be on shows, but I had a plan. Once he get on this show, I need to make sure he's on this flyer. Everybody gonna post at the same day and same time. We're gonna have our flyers at the event. We're gonna completely capitalize off that moment. Most of you cats just, like I was saying, y'all go hoop and leave 24-hour fitness. Oh, I got a show. Nah, man. Like they don't. You have to do it all. Yes, don't ask this man for nothing for free. If you follow him on IG or anything, man, this man, he a family man. He just told you the companies he owns. He told you the business he's running. No, he can't do a song with you for free. Why? You're not gonna put it on iTunes for free.
And then outside of that, people want to.
Come on, he coming to the next show.
So many people.
I can't say it. I be like, yeah, big, I got you.
With upcoming artists, especially, they're like, oh man, I don't want to do it because they're not paying me to host. Who are you for anybody to pay you starting off initially? People look at me like, oh well, how did you do that? I just started getting paid very recently, like in the last 2 to 3 years. For stuff that I do. And why did I do that? Because I'm like, hey, I can't negotiate what I want to charge if I don't have a resume to suffice. Because if I'm going to pay somebody, I'm going to say, okay, I don't mind paying you $1,500 to $3,000. Who have you worked with? Who do you represent? What work do you do? What is your network like? And that's the thing that I think a lot of newcomers and you guys need to educate yourselves. No slugs is just real spit. Like, do not overvalue yourself when you're not bringing anything to the table, but
Stay
just,
humble.
oh, you got bars.
Stay humble.
Yes,
Beezy,
remain humble.
He's done it. So you coming up? What did you do? You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying not to be long with it this time, man.
Hey, just give it to him. We can go over a little bit.
Man, for me, I feel like you have to, like she said, show your value and show your worth. Like for me, I don't know what it was, but real early on, I was real prideful and like, I'm not paying for shows. I don't pay to play. You know what I'm saying? And I think now I realize you know, some things you do have to pay for. But with that mind frame, I was like, instead of, that was like back when Scoremore was doing the shows real early, bringing Kendrick and shit like that. And you had to sell, he had 3 different artists selling tickets, and whoever sold the most got on the show, and whoever the other 2 didn't, it could have been 50, 51, and 52. 50 and 51 was not performing. You feel what I'm saying? And the nigga who sold the most in performing, he ain't getting nothing out the tickets. So I was like, man, my goal is to get on that stage, but if I get on that stage, I'm getting compensated some way. I don't care if I get $3 off the ticket, I'm getting something. So before then, I just threw my own show. You know what I'm saying?
There
and
you
then
go.
once I did get asked to come onto that show, I said, well, look, if I sell 90 tickets to this venue that only hold 500
Right,
people,
negotiated.
shit, I'm gonna need X amount of dollars off the ticket, and we
That's
came
good
to an
stuff.
agreement, and for sure it was 90 people at that motherfucking door.
That's good
And
stuff.
that's what made the impact. You know what I'm saying?
good
But
stuff.
I think I came to the table for something versus just letting my words say, hey, I'm gonna bring 90 people in this bitch. I'm like, you know what? If I sell anything less than that, then I won't do that. I knew my value and I knew how many people was gonna be in there. So you know what I'm saying? That's the best example I can give.
Let me.
You
I
know
want to
what I'm saying?
recap what he just said.
Hold
real
on.
quick.
Can I say something?
Go ahead,
Because I watch, like I said, I study, so I watch and I know what he's talking about is 200% facts. Even when we had free press, and I would call free press, I'd email them, I'd do it everything, and they just would not return a call, wouldn't respond to nothing. So I said, fuck it, I'll create my own festival. I
you
created
go.
Loud Fest.
Yeah.
We did the first one, had 687 people. We did the next one, did like 9. Did last year, had like 3,800. So it was, yes, you don't have to pay to play, but have a plan. He had a plan. He didn't say, man, I ain't paying to get on the show, and then went home and got on Instagram. Them hoe ass niggas tried to charge me to pay. No, he went and did his own show.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
but
Like,
real quick,
it has
with
some
both
work
of
in
them,
you.
what they had supporters, and that's the business plan that I give to independent artists that's trying to get started. Because I worked them Score More shows, and I seen how the game go, and I'm like, if you don't have 50 fans, then you need to reevaluate
What you doing?
exactly.
There
You know
go.
what I'm saying? So you got to know that you
But-
could bring out 50, 90, 600 people.
And relating to what he's saying, what's hard for the artists these days to turn over is they're buying followers, they're buying likes. So when they get booked or they want to do these shows,
Well,
no
my
one
fans
shows up.
at? They fake. They in the crowd.
Exactly.
They ghost in the crowd. right?
Exactly.
So I can say that the Broadcast Houston brand did the same thing as far as like the award show. How we had the first one, we packed the second one, packed Warehouse Live, and basically what Doe was basically saying, if you think you that hot, sell out Warehouse Live, sell out House of Blues. You know what I'm saying? And once you do that, they have no choice but to come.
And
get you.
then I don't even want people to get focused on the names of the venues. At the end of the day, it all boils down to the numbers. You know what I'm saying? If I'm a promoter and I heard about this dude or I seen a clip, if a 30-second clip on Instagram of a nigga I ain't never seen, he from Houston and the place is packed singing that bitch word. It can be your
Yeah.
cousins,
Word for word.
homeboys, or whatever. It don't matter. It's just numbers. It can be 80 people in there and they all in your family. And on video for 30 seconds, somebody gonna
Everybody
see
know
them
the
singing
word.
that shit word for word. And they gonna say, how do I get that many people with that nigga on stage
In
on my
my
shit?
venue.
You know
And
what
then
I'm
from a
saying?
label perspective, that right there is how you get signed.
Whoa. FA, you ain't said nothing. FA.
Man, all this is valid information. To be honest, like everybody has a valid point. So I'm soaking game right now. So
So humble. Y'all been going, so I didn't want to stop y'all. I think I had another one. Money. Where do they? So that was time. That's growing your fan base. Money. Early on, where do you allocate your money?
Well, first they need to
I think
make
that
it.
goes back as everywhere. Like, you know, you
Everywhere.
put your money.
But I'm saying like, okay, I got $100.
Man, the first thing, if you ain't got money, then get a job.
Correct.
It's that easy. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Be
But when you
humble.
get the job, if you want to transition into the music industry, have a budget for the music. Because like everybody said, if you working with other professionals and you know what level you have to or want to be on, some of those people you got to invest with. Now you might have some friends that make beats or have a friend that's trying to be a better engineer. You can start off with them, but when you want to level up, you know you got to pay. So already be planning your money you getting from your job and your budget that you want for your music. And then as it grow, you'll grow too.
I think it's more so is where to put that budget. I think that's what the big question
That's
is,
the
where
question.
to apply those
Where?
funds.
Early
Like
on.
nigga can have a blessing and be like, man, I want to invest $100,000 into you. I
you
think
don't
the
know where
big
to put
question
it.
mark is if you don't know where to put it, then you really just spinning your circle. So
for me, I'm a firm believer in when you are investing in a project, you have to start with quality product.
Yes.
Quality product. Nothing beats a good record is a good record. I don't care what phone you own, what club you in, what car. Get a good record. Don't shortchange the mixing and mastering.
Yes.
Make sure it's a quality record. Then from there, all your social media outlets are free. Drop $25 on an ad on Instagram, $25 an ad on Facebook. Run your ads.
that's
Hit
my
Bobby J and
biggest-
get your photo.
That's one of the biggest things you could use your bread to promote on is fucking Instagram. Like, a lot of people be downplaying how it's not real, and people spend, man, for the longest, before Instagram, people have forever tried to get on MTV and BET because we knew that's where everybody's eyes was. Tell me the last time anybody in here picked up a remote and turned to any of them channels.
All the videos on YouTube.
Niggas in here right now on Instagram.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, they is.
you feel what I'm
Right.
saying?
Doughbeezy
So if
comedian.
that's the case, if everybody has that app, you have your own channel. You feel what I'm saying?
That's
So
right.
just how you will pay if you want to be on MTV, you have to pay for a video. Still to this day, 2019, you have to pay for a video cassette tape. You feel what I'm saying? For your video to go on there for TV. You know what I'm saying? So if you spending this money to do all that type of shit, you can spend $25. Niggas spending $35, $40 for an eighth to smoke on, bro. You put
Correct.
that shit on the gram, it's gonna be so many people that don't even follow you. Your shit just pop up on their discovery page. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It's good game.
I ain't
You
mean
got-
to cut you
No,
off
no,
either,
no,
but
that's perfect shit.
Like, if you
It's-
invest in, that's one thing that don't cost much that you can get a big push with, and then if you hot, people gonna fuck with it. It's gonna be comments or not. But if you done did it 3-4 times and you still got 4 views and 1 comment, my nigga, niggas ain't hating, baby. It's
It's you.
You something else. You something
switch
else.
it up, baby.
But also, my thing is this. Also, use TuneCore, DistroKid. Like TuneCore,
I was gonna get on
$9.99.
that,
Put
yeah.
your song online. So if TuneCore, $10, your song will be on iTunes within 24, 48 hours. Boom. You get your song on iTunes, and then when it hits Spotify, create your own playlist with your own music. All this is free.
Y'all listening to
Then all-
this? Y'all
then-
hearing these?
Then you take your album cover and do a sponsored ad on Instagram with a link to your Spotify or your iTunes, and you directly marketing to your people. You can be smart. It doesn't cost a lot of money, but at the end of the day, like he said, if it ain't getting no traction, they're not hating. It's just not good product. Stop doing your artwork on your phones.
Pay to get it done.
Do a photo
Hallelujah.
shoot. You're in. Bobby J is a photographer. Get a photo. Get quality product, man. There's nothing like professionalism.
Church.
It's
That-
nothing like professionalism. Mix and mastering, quality artwork, quality video. Just make the shit look good, because that's how you want people to pay you. That's how people want us to treat you. Then, like, you know what I'm saying, spend some time. I ain't even got to $1,000 yet. We still probably $300-400
Oh, yeah,
between
yeah.
getting you a good photo and artwork and getting your stuff out there.
It's so much game, and I knew we was going to end this. We're going to bring y'all back and maybe do a part 2 with this, but each one of y'all, I want y'all to give one last tidbit that you think is one of the most important, not just for an artist, but an entrepreneur, and then let everybody know where they can follow you online. Let's start to the right. Ladies first.
All right. One tidbit that I definitely want to leave with everybody is consistency and quality. Anything that your name is attached to is your brand. I don't care if it's for 2 seconds. I don't care if it's for a day or half a day. But outside of the artist or business or whatever it is, just in life, make that your mantra. Do not put anything out that's less than 100. If you're putting out 10 different things and they're all like 50, 75, and 80, why are you even wasting your time and your money investing into that? Because you can't buy time back. So be very wise with the quality, like Derrick was saying as well, the quality of your work and your brand affiliations. Because at the end of the day, people are investing into the brand, not your music. Are you sellable?
There you go.
And you can find me at EDENIZ Paradise on all social media platforms. Working on Twitter, they kind of suspended my account. I don't know why, but you can find me on all platforms at Eden is Paradise, and follow me for all of my events. Feel free to network with me. I'll be here for about 15 to 30 minutes before I leave out. So if you have any questions, I'll be more than willing to answer.
Armadale, Vodka, Star lineup. Y'all hit up, man. Y'all hit up.
Yes.
Go ahead. Yeti.
All right, so my one note that I can give to people is past networking, actually meet people. You know what I'm saying? It's about meeting people. If you're an entrepreneur, it's only people who consume any of your products, whatever it is. It has to be real people. So just like we talking about today, I talk about this every Sunday. I have a radio show called the Sunday Music Study. I got a website for it, so y'all can literally just Google the Sunday Music Study Hip Hop Podcast. It'll pop up. Epic Records. You can find me at TheLegendaryYeti on all social media. The Legendary Yeti. Appreciate you.
There we go. FA.
I just think consistency is key. So that's like my best advice. Like, just don't give up. Just keep going and don't stop. Even if they tell you no the first time, just, keep going and don't stop. Because I've been doing this for a little minute, and at first I was discouraged, but then I kept going and I never gave up. And then the same people, that were telling me no started telling me yes. So like she was saying, consistency is key. And whenever you present yourself, just do it professionally, and make sure you shake every hand and let everybody know who you are, and do it the right way, and just make sure it's organic. And y'all can follow me at FA The Plug.
You only get one chance to make the first impression. Do not forget that.
Beezy.
For me, is what I said earlier, man. Relationships, man. That's the most important thing to me. And everybody counts. I don't care who, if it's the biggest person in the room or just the nigga that's standing in the corner. Everybody count. You can spend 10 years trying to get 1 million people to figure out that you hot, or you can spend 1 year building with the proper person who influence over 10 million people. As soon as they co-sign for you, you done skipped a whole lot of steps. And if you have multiple people doing that, vouching for your character outside of your music or photography or whatever it is that you do, if people can vouch for your character, it'll be real easy for you to move out here.
Good word.
That's right.
And where can they find you?
Anything with a search engine, man. Doughbeezy, DOUGHBEEZY.
Just Google them.
Just goggle them, moms.
Last but not least.
So we have a saying at Loud Music is you can't be afraid to starve. Like that's I literally live by that. You can't.
Don't be trying to put that on a shirt now. Steal my nigga shit, man.
You know what I'm saying.
I'm trying to steal my nigga shit.
We're all witnesses. We heard that.
This shit is hard. There's the only thing you're guaranteed in the music business is you're gonna fail. You're gonna lose money. You're gonna get messed over. All those things are gonna happen. But that doesn't mean you're not doing what you're supposed to do. You just keep going. So when I say you can't be afraid to starve, that means shit, you might want to go smoke, but you need to buy that ad. You might want them new J's, but you need to pay for studio time. You know what I'm saying? You got to sacrifice and starve from certain things in order to get to where you want to be. So you can follow me on everything. Derrick, DERRICK MC. Derrick MC, DERRICK MC. And the record company is Loud Music, LOUDMUZIK.com or Official Loud.
Hey man, this is the BH100 Influencers Panel. If you got blessed with the knowledge, y'all, definitely. And once again, y'all could have been anywhere in the world, so once again, I appreciate y'all. If they got any time left and they don't have to be anywhere, make sure y'all organically meet them like they just said. This is the BH100.
I swear I was waiting for you to say it. That nigga say, buy him a drink. Fuck what you talk about, goddamn.
For sure. We appreciate y'all.
Already. Appreciate you.
You've been watching BH100's Broadcast Houston. Come back and see us again.